To draw the London Eye real easy, you're going to need a pencil, pens and an eraser and maybe something to make circles with. But let's not talk about it, let's do it. So I'm going to use this masking tape to draw a circle. I'm going all the way around the outside and then I'm going to go all the way around the inside too. Now that's maybe a little bit big, so I'm going to sort of draw another line circle around the inside like that, something like that. And then we're going to want the middle. The whole thing is like a bicycle wheel, and that's like the bicycle spoke in the middle, and then we want a little chunky bit underneath it. And then if we kind of draw these are like the front forks of the bicycle holding the wheel on. And they'll be sort of coming down to there. And then on each side here we want these little kind of stations like that. And then there are these motors and things that sort of make the whole thing go around. We can have the riverside down there. And then we'll put some little poles up there to hold those bits up. Like that. And then inside here we're going to have the building, which is kind of like the reception area where you actually get onto the pods. Now there are 32 pods, so how do we work this out? Well, if we go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Then if we go halfway around each one, then that will be 16. So we go 1, halfway around there, like that. Split each kind of line. That will be there and that will be there. So that's 16. And then we need to do it again. And then that will give us 32. So this is a lot of pods. Why do they have so many pods? Well, the 32 is a kind of a magic number because they represent the 32 boroughs, including the City of London, of the Greater London Authority. So that's how it all works itself out. And I'm going to make this just slightly easier. So this is draw stuff real easy. I'm going to make it slightly easier by not drawing in all the metalwork because there's an awful lot of kind of girders and stuff involved here. So on these sort of endpoints here, we want the points of triangles like that. And in fact, there are twice as many, but like I say, I'm trying to make it easy. So if you imagine that's coming into the middle, then you want the point of the triangle there. And that's coming there, like that. So there was a lot going on in this drawing, and like I say, it's called Draw Stuff Real Easy, but you know, if the thing isn't easy in the first place, it's going to be difficult. I'm just going to try and make it as easy as possible. And now I'm going to swap to an ink pen, and I'm going to sort of draw the circle there and a little bit inside it, and then we have kind of a bit like that. And then we're going to want to draw the inner ring here. And take your time. I cannot say this enough. Take your time over these things. Don't rush. And if you're finding it difficult keeping up, don't forget you can always stop and start and replay at any time you like. And then I'm going to do this outside ring as well. Now this isn't the outside ring that I originally drew, so this is the inner outside ring. That's, like I said, it gets complicated. So, and then here we want to have this kind of little kind of boxes like that, and then these are kind of like motors, so just put like WWM rather, like that, something like that on there. So these are kind of bits of machinery, that's probably the word I'm looking for, which make the whole thing go around. And then we can do that. And then we're going to go all the way around and draw these pods. So I'm going to draw a little circle, draw lots and lots of these little circles. Well, we know it's going to be 32 of them, isn't it? So maybe I'll just rush through these and speed up the film. This is where it starts getting complicated. So I'm going to change pen. I've got a slightly finer pen, and I'm going to come in and draw these girder bits. And these want to be quite fine, actually. They're not sort of great big heavy chunks of metal. They're quite delicate. But that's not an easy thing to draw, to get that kind of delicacy across. And again, this is going to take me a little bit of while, and it's all about resilience. It's going to keep going to the end and make sure that you get them all in there, but I'm going to speed the whole thing up to get through to the end. That's great. And then we want to have these little bits to join on. That's actually I'm just going to draw these any old way, really. They should be kind of in a proper pattern, but like I say, I'm trying to make it easy. So we'll just draw these bits on. This is where the spokes of the wheel are attached, and they'll be attached to the hub, and we'll do that in a moment. We want to get these sort of forks in there, and they are actually slightly thicker in the middle than they are at the bottom, if that makes sense. So it's kind of spindly. They get slightly wider, and then they get slightly thinner, like that. And there's a little something up there too. Now all these are kind of on little pods like that, so they're kind of little trapeze kind of shapes. And in fact, so each pod kind of rotates, so that that's one of the special things about the eye when they first invented it. Was quite often, you know, if you think of going in a big wheel at a fun fair, you're kind of inside all the mechanism, so you don't get a good side view, or you might get something. So there'll always be a bit of machinery blocking your way. And then we're going to want to see little bits of, there's going to be one like that, there's going to be one there, and one there, and one there, and one there, and one there as well, I think. So we've got this, by having the pods on the outside, it means that you get the absolute best view with nothing to impede your view. And but to be able to do that, these pods have to be kind of stuck out right on the outside, and then they have their own machinery which kind of rotates them that way, so that they're always horizontal to the ground. And as you go round, I've been a couple of times. I went at night once, which was quite fun. And as you go around and you kind of look at the other pods, you can see them kind of rotating around. It's kind of interesting. So now I'm going to draw these pylons which are holding up those sections. Oh, they want to go in front of the pods like that, and then you've got kind of things like that happening, supporting, and you're going to have the building in the background there as well, like that. And you could just maybe, because it's going to be, you know, one of those glass buildings, isn't it? So with lots of glass, you could just kind of put a checkerboard pattern in there to show that it's glass, but also just to make it look like it's a bit further in the background. And then I think there's kind of steps and things going on there. I'll go back to my thicker pen, and we'll have the riverside going along there. And then when the ink is absolutely dry, you can erase all those pencil lines, and no one will know how you planned it out so accurately. What we're going to do is, if we come here like that, we can start doing these bicycle spokes like that. So it's like a Catherine wheel, and you always want to come from the side of the hub like that. And they'll be sort of coming out like that, fairly kind of equally spaced as well. So they're always coming out this side angle, and then we go back the other way. So if you kind of see that line coming that way, then we can come sort of pretty much identical. And you really want them to be coming into the middle of the space that you've already made, but then they're coming back onto the other side, if that makes any sense at all. Like that. It's a complicated thing. So if you ever want to draw a bicycle, this is the same principle, because it was absolutely designed like a bicycle wheel. And the only thing you really need to do to finish this off is to kind of level these up. And so we have, and then you can draw lines going horizontally across the top and the bottom of the pods. And then you could put a couple of little kind of windows in each one as well, like that, just to kind of give it a feeling that it's got sort of windows in there. And there you go, how to draw the London Eye real easy. Click down here and make sure you are subscribed to Draw Stuff Real Easy, and keep coming back for lots more drawing videos every week. In the meantime, keep drawing, practice, and I'll see you next time. You take care now. Bye bye.